Here's a flashback here to another type of start, the mass start used in the lightweight. This was actually used twice before, in 1924 and 1925 in the late lamented ultra-lightweight races for 175cc machines. But this year, as you see, in the 250 race it was a big field. And here is the travelling marshal who acts as whipper-up. There are two of them who circulate the course to find out what's happened to different riders who may have stopped and why. This is Union Mills, one of the trickiest points on the circuit. There's a series of S-bends, open S-bends, before the riders come to the bridge, and as you'll see in these pictures, on the crown of the bridge, they leave the road momentarily, which they've approached on a right-hand sweep, but they have to land on a left-hand sweep. It's a very, very quick bodily movement which changes the direction of the bicycle. And on they go now. Union Mills is taken, by the way, at about 70 miles an hour in second gear on a 500 machine. Going on now towards Battlecrane. This is Battlecrane. Right-hand bend, taken at about 50 miles an hour in second gear by most riders. Can be very tricky indeed in the wet. Those of you who remember the George Formby film, this is the pub, on the left the door that he went through in that classic scene. Now we're looking back towards Ballig Bridge. Used to be the scene of a famous jump of perhaps 40 to 50 feet. Nowadays it's been ironed out flat. And here is the beginning of Glen Helen. Looking back again now towards Ballig Bridge. That left-hand bend is an absolute brute now, because Ballig being flattened, you come into it very fast indeed. In fact, it's a very much worse hazard than the bridge itself used to be. This is Barragaro, 13 miles out, one of the fastest points on the circuit, and it's taken absolutely flat by the better riders on the 500. At the bottom is a left-hand bend, the famous 13th milestone, and it is an amazing sight to see a man go through it absolutely flat. This is the entrance to Kirkmichael. It's taken about 80 miles an hour in third gear, and then the riders really wind things open for the village itself. Now we're looking back towards that left-hand bend now at the start of the village, and here is the narrow village. Behind their cottage doors sit all the inhabitants with dogs safely locked up in the back, because the machines simply roar through there at well over the 100, and it's some recompense to the inhabitants to watch the races in peace after about 9 days of early morning stuff with machines blaring past when they want to sleep, but they're very good-natured about it. This is Bluff Bridge, 17 miles out, and you'll see where the riders jump again at this point. A tremendously tricky jump, because they jump left and have to land right to miss this wall. Over they come and land again on. It's taken actually at about 40 miles an hour, usually in first gear on a 500, to get the braking effect. A lovely jump. That is one of the best points to watch that I can think of on the circuit. The only trouble is that there's not a great deal of room for spectators. Here we are back at the grandstand with the Governor, Sir Geoffrey Bromett, talking to Canon Stenning, who always makes those very witty speeches at the prize distribution. Here's the scene of the crowd in the grandstand, and there are the filling pits. Some of the riders coming through to start another lap, and I think in a moment a man comes in to fill.